Welcome to Healthy Meals on a Budget. My name is Kayla Dudick and I am a dietetic intern with Laura Sheffield, and today we are going to be doing a farmer's frittata. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is preheat your oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. And while that's preheating, we are going to start working on the main part of the frittata, and specifically the spinach. So we're going to turn on our skillet onto a lower to medium heat. And we're going to take you can use any oil that you have. We have extra virgin olive oil, which is really good because it's full of mono and polyunsaturated fats, which is really good for your heart health. And we're going to take about half a tablespoon of that. I'm just going to make sure it's all in the pan. And we're going to spread it around with a spatula. And then we're going to add in 4 ounces of spinach. It's probably more than. And then we're just going to make sure that the spinach is getting coated in the olive oil. Olive oil or any type of oil is really good when you're cooking spinach because it allows you to retain the iron that is in the spinach. And spinach is really good because it's full of iron and calcium, which is good for your bone health and just like overall health. And we're just going to saute this until it's wilted. And while that is cooking, we are going to whisk 8 eggs into a bowl and add our spices. Wow. Eggs are really good because they're also full of like those mono and polyunsaturated fatty acids. They also have vitamin D and vitamin E, which is good for eye and skin and just overall immunity health. So we're just going to whisk these together, and then I'm going to add in all of the spices. We're just trying to make sure to break up the yolks and mix them in with the whites. For spices, we're going to use garlic powder, basil, pepper and salt, and parsley. And we're going to use a tablespoon of each. It's a lot. And then we're just going to add in some salt and pepper just for taste. So about like half a teaspoon each. We're going to mix that. Once that's all mixed, we're going to come back to our spinach and make sure that it is wilted and just stirring it around. And when you're making a frittata, you want to make sure that the spinach is all evenly dispersed in the pan so that you don't have like giant clumps of spinach in your frittata. So that looks pretty good. And then we're going to take our egg mixture and we're going to pour it into our skillet with our spinach. We're going to take our whisk, make sure that we're getting everything out. And then with the egg mixture, you want to make sure that it's getting evenly dispersed all through the pan. So I'm just shifting my pan a little bit. And we're going to let this cook for 2 minutes, and then we're going to come back and we're going to go around the edges with the spatula and get the rest of it into the bottom of the pan so that all of the egg cooks before we bake it. So it's been about 2 minutes. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our spatula and we're just going to go around the edges of the skillet and try to get the egg off the pan so that then we can pick up our skillet and move the uncooked egg to the edges of the pan and really try to get it underneath the already cooked portions. This is harder to do with this. And then we're just going to let this cook for another 4 minutes. So once it's been cooked for 4 minutes, we are going to turn off the heat. And we are going to add our tomatoes. It's about 1 cup of tomatoes. Tomatoes are really good because they're super high in vitamin C and potassium and folate and vitamin K. And we're just going to add them to the top. And I'm just going to do them in a little like design pattern where I'm alternating which ones are up and which ones are down. And this would be really great to add cheese like goat cheese or even like a Mexican style blend of cheese. And then we are going to put it in the oven for 10 minutes. It's going to be put in the oven in the skillet. This would be a really good meal for breakfast or for dinner. It's super high in protein and has all those healthy fats, which will help you keep full. So once your frittata has been cooked for 10 minutes, it's going to come out and look like this. And all you have to do is cut it like you would cut a pie or a pizza, and it's ready to serve and eat.